The message was sent. They say markets crash on fear. But fear is cheap. This wasn't panic. This was intent. An old-school professional hit. Clean, clinical, precise, and delivered by someone who knew exactly where the arteries were. Hi everyone. Lisa here, from AI Daily Review. And this is Market Pulse. And today, we're not just crawling out of the wreckage, we're also pulling the black box from the crash site and performing a forensic analysis. But, before we dive in, fair warning. There was a timing glitch in this collapse that doesn't match the headlines. We traced the liquidity flip to the very second, and it wasn't random. You'll see the metric that bled first, before the charts even blinked. You'll see where the whales were stacked, while retail was busy buying the dream. And you'll learn the one condition that has to return before any bounce isn't just a trap. So, stay close. By the end, you won't just know what happened. You'll know who made it happen and what they're waiting for next. Monday to Wednesday, Bitcoin strutted through the digital streets like a mob boss coming back from exile. No hesitation, just violence in price form. Resistance melted, all-time highs shattered like cheap glass. Green candles stacked like cash. Retail apes rushing in, jacked on leverage and YouTube hopium. You could smell the greed like gasoline on asphalt. Underneath the noise, spot ETFs doing God's work, 2.5 billion net inflows in 72 hours. The kind of flow that makes order books sweat. Volume howling. Walls thin. Everyone bullish. Everyone blind. The setup wasn't a moment. It was a stage. And someone had already written the script. Midweek. The silence broke. A $400 million short order slammed into the market, like a sledgehammer through a rib cage, no warning, just full exposure. A move that says, I don't care if you see me, I'm here to finish something. At the exact moment, thousands of BTC pour onto exchanges. Coincidence? No. Bullshit. Try choreography. This wasn't trading. This was precision positioning, a carefully crafted extortion. Supply funneled, liquidity baited. Someone loaded the guillotine and then handed retail the rope. That's not luck. That's institutional murder, performed with a smile. Then it dropped, like a body in the Hudson. Liquidations detonated. Over 6 billion was vaporized, in under an hour. Longs executed. Collateral seized, like unpaid debts. Funding rates didn't just dip, they hemorrhaged, blood red. They plunged into negative territory, like gears snapping under pressure, the kind that tells you the machine isn't broken, it's devouring itself. No bounces, no save zones, just a chain reaction of complete debt destruction, margin calls, forced sells, prices cratered, and then repeat. This wasn't a correction. This was a cold, calculated extermination event. Cue the headlines. Tariffs. Trump. Trade war. Macroeconomic mirage. The mainstream rolled out the usual cover story, like a chalk outline. But you know better. That's the noise. That's the smokescreen for normies to chew on, while the real players reload. This wasn't geopolitical fallout. This was leverage. This was premeditated. The chart was the murder weapon. The headlines? Just the alibi. When the dust settled, only one name was left standing. Bitcoin, bloody, battered, but breathing. Dominance spiked. Altcoins scattered like broken bones. The whales didn't win. They rewrote the damn battlefield. Smart money? Gone. Weak hands? Ejected. This wasn't a shakeout. It was a reset. The survivors weren't lucky. They were aligned. Funding still bleeding. Shorts still circling. Traders flinching at shadows. This isn't recovery. This is post-trauma recalibration. The structure is wounded. The memory is burned in. The message wasn't just delivered. It's still ringing. You don't walk away from a hit like that. You limp or you hide. Day one rules don't apply anymore. Momentum means nothing without muscle. Volume doesn't matter if it's on the wrong side of the blade. Inflows must return. Support must hold. And most of all, timing must obey the narrative. Because this cycle isn't about who's bullish. It's about who's ready. And remember this. In these markets, the kill shot is always fired one beat before you blink. That's the move, not the noise, the structure, not the headline, the timing. Protect your capital, respect the tape, and wait for the tells. Take care of your risk, and your risk will take care of you. I'm Lisa with AI Daily Review. This was your Market Pulse analysis. If this hit you harder than the headlines, smash the like. Subscribe if you want eyes on the moves before the bodies hit the chart. And ring that bell, because in this market, timing isn't everything, it's the only thing. See you in the next session. AI Daily Review, where the technology of tomorrow converges with the minds of today.